Title: The Kingdoms Engulfed by Love. Hundreds of years ago, in a distant and majestic land, two great kingdoms stood, Aravan and Meyrania. Aravan, known for its towering mountains and endless green forests, and Meyrania, with its golden plains and rushing rivers, had always shared an uneasy peace due to their long-standing borders and old rivalries. But fate had a plan to shift the balance forever. Between these two kingdoms lived a young woman named Aliana, whose beauty was said to be unmatched, like a shining jewel between the two lands. But more than her appearance, it was her wisdom and kindness that made her truly extraordinary. Both the king of Aravan, King Kion, and the king of Meyrania, King Roham, had fallen deeply in love with her. King Kion, a proud and fierce warrior, decided that he would make Aliana his queen at any cost. He sent a messenger to King Roham with a simple demand: "Give me Aliana, and peace will forever reign between our kingdoms." King Roham, a wise and patient man, sent back a firm reply: "Aliana is free to choose her own path, and no man can decide her fate." King Kion, insulted by this answer, took it as a direct challenge to his authority. In his fury, he summoned his armies, determined to take Aliana by force if she would not come willingly. King Roham, knowing that true love could never be dictated, also prepared his armies, ready to defend both Aliana and his kingdom. The night before the battle, Aliana, overwhelmed by the approaching war, climbed to the top of a mountain alone. Gazing at the stars, she whispered prayers to the heavens. Her heart was torn between love and sorrow, for she never wished to be the cause of bloodshed. As she stood there, the wind whispered through the trees, and she felt a strange calm overcome her. Morning came, and the two massive armies of Aravan and Meyrania stood ready on the golden plains, facing each other. The soldiers of Aravan, clad in gold armor with red banners flying high, shone like the rising sun. The soldiers of Meyrania, in silver and blue, looked like a river of strength and unity. At the heart of each army stood King Kion and King Roham, mounted on their majestic horses. Both knew that the fate of their kingdoms, and of Aliana, would be decided that day. The air was thick with tension as the kings stared each other down, swords at their sides. With a single command, the battle began. The clash of swords and shields echoed across the field, and the earth trembled beneath the weight of war. King Kion fought like a storm, his sword cutting through enemies with ferocity, while King Roham defended his kingdom with precision and calm determination. But just as the battle reached its fiercest, a single figure stepped onto the battlefield: Aliana, dressed in pure white, her eyes filled with tears. She moved through the smoke and chaos like an angel descending from the heavens. Her presence was so striking that both armies stopped fighting, frozen by her grace. Standing between the two armies, Aliana raised her voice, though it trembled with emotion: "You fight for my love, but is this the love I desire? A love that brings death and destruction?" The two kings, both battle-worn and covered in the dust of war, slowly approached her. King Kion's pride still burned, while King Roham's face showed the weariness of a man who longed for peace. Then, with a clever glint in her eyes, Aliana made a bold decision. She knew she could not simply choose between the two men without further bloodshed, so she spoke with wisdom: "I will give my heart to the man who proves himself truly worthy. Only the one who can defeat the legendary seven-headed dragon that guards the highest mountain in the land will have my love." The kings looked at each other, both startled and intrigued by this impossible challenge. Aliana had known that the dragon of Mount Faron was a creature of myth, one said to be undefeatable, with fire hotter than the sun and strength that could crush entire armies. The task was not only dangerous but near impossible, and Aliana knew it would test not just their bravery but their willingness to risk everything. King Kion, confident in his strength, declared, "I shall slay the beast and return victorious. Wait for me, Aliana, for I will win your heart." King Roham, though hesitant, nodded solemnly, saying, "I will accept your challenge, Aliana." If this is the path to your heart, then I will face it, no matter the cost. The kings rode off in opposite directions, each determined to conquer the impossible. Weeks passed, and the kingdom waited with bated breath. The people of Aravan and Mayrania held their breath, wondering which of their kings would return. In secret, Aliana knew her plan had delayed the war, but she also feared for the safety of both men. She had no desire for their deaths, but the dragon's challenge was not one that could be taken lightly. One stormy night, the people of both kingdoms saw a figure approaching from the distance.